Good morning everybody, welcome back to the channel. If you haven't already, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, turn them notifications on. Back today, it is Monday as well. Hope you've all had a good weekend. I've just finished my weekend at work. Like I say, Monday morning now, I'm just heading off to the bottom of our lane. We've had a delivery of some calf nuts this morning, but we're also doing another pour of concrete. So when the bags come, the concrete lorry was here, so we've had to have them dropped to the bottom of the lane. So I'm just heading down there now to pick these up. Like I've just said, a bit more concreting happened this morning, didn't get any of that on film, but we'll just have a look at that in a minute. Been a little bit of a rough weekend weather-wise here in Shropshire. There's been a little bit of damage to one of our buildings, which we'll get to a little bit later on. It's been a little bit windy here this weekend, not too much rain, which has helped us because we got 2 bits of the yard prepared for concreting this morning. Last thing we wanted was a ruck of rain coming down on that, so luckily we haven't had too much. Also, I'm hoping to get a little bit of slurry out this week because the slurry tower is almost full, so I'm going to try and get a few loads out this week, and then possibly next week try and empty the slurry tower. I got a couple of fields of silage ground that are ready to have that slurry put on them. Just driving now by where the concrete's going. It's a little bit tight here, so just gotta be a little bit careful. Don't want to catch the edge of any of this concrete we've laid and crack it off or anything. No, I don't think it would crack off now. Here are bags of calf nuts. We're going to get these offloaded off this pallet, through the door here, and then onto this pallet here. As you can see, Dad is very tidy with the bags that he uses. Don't really get involved in the feeding very often, to be honest. I'm usually milking when that's going on. So get these bags off that pallet and onto this one. Just look at how quick I can do this. No bags, bags. Just like that. Easy peasy. I wish it was as easy as the camera trickery there shows, but unfortunately not. So there's half a ton of calf nuts there. We usually do have this in bulk, so we usually have, you see, it's a bit of a grain bin sort of thing here. We usually have about 4 ton blown into here in bulk. But at the moment, because we haven't got an awful lot of calves and cattle that are actually being fed on that blend there, or should I say on them concentrates, we just find it a little bit easier to buy it in the bags like that. Saves having a big pile of it left here for too long, because we don't want it going off in the pile or anything. So this way it works out cheaper for us and you don't get any waste as well. So yeah, that was a nice easy job. A lot easier than laying concrete, that's for sure. So I'll just shut this door up on this pallet. The thing I love about having bags like this is you always get a pallet out of it, and you can never have too many pallets. They always come in handy for something. If you take a few bricks out of a building somewhere, or you order a pack of blocks, they don't come on a pallet, you can always stack them on a pallet. Makes your life a lot easier. Let's head round the other side, have a look at the concrete we laid this morning. And here is one of the pads we've laid this morning. So this is ramping off of that slab of concrete there, coming into this stone area here where we park our cars. So that's that bit we've done. Dad there just tidying up, loves playing in concrete, he's like a pig in shit. And then over here we've done this bit as well. So you'll see again, ramping down from that slab down to here, and then obviously onto this concrete here. We've put a bit of a block retaining wall here, and the reason for that is because what we don't want is water running down this ramp and then onto this bit of concrete here, because right on the corner it's perfectly level, so we don't want water coming round there and then going off down into the shed. This way the water has to come round the wall and then onto this yard where it hits the yard here and then has to fall down there and around the corner into a drain. So this is the yard now, and we're almost finished. We've literally just got this middle pour left here to do, which we're going to do on Thursday. As I've said before, that's getting done with a rapid concrete that goes off within 48 hours, I think it is, and you can travel so many, like an Arctic lorry on it within that time scale, and they'll guarantee that concrete for that time. And then obviously after that, just got to build this stone up on the end, on for the drive and into the field there. Other than that, the job will almost be done. Digger and roller going back today because we finished with them. We're gonna have to dig a little bit of stone out at the end of this pour where I am now on Thursday morning once the milk tank has been, but it's only a little bit of stone, so we just have to dig that out with a shovel. Obviously with the location of this yard, it's very awkward because we have the milk tanker coming every other day, so it just means we have to put something in the middle here that'll go off quickly. We could have left this for longer and took some rails down, but we don't really see the point in doing that. And also we've got to have this finished by the end of this month, being February. Otherwise the grant, well, it'd be null and void. So that is the current yard situation. Looking extremely different to what it did a couple of weeks ago, that's for sure. Also, a lot of you, I've had a good response off the videos I've been doing recently off of everyone in the comments section, so I really appreciate that. It just makes it a little bit more worthwhile actually doing the videos, especially when you lot are all enjoying watching them. As long as you're all enjoying them, I'll keep filming them. So this, in other news, is the damage that's been caused over the weekend. So you'll see that there used to be a lovely tin front in that shed, and there's only that bit left now. So yeah, it was flapping around a bit yesterday morning, and I got my mate here who comes and gives me a hand every other weekend, and he was feeding the cattle. It was up when he fed the cattle at 7:30. By 8 o'clock when I was driving the cows out the cubicles, it was on the floor. So yeah, bit of a pain, that one. Give the insurance company a ring. That is insured, so they'll get that sorted for us. We'll probably just buy the materials and everything and do the job ourselves. It's not that big of an issue, just to reinstate that really. We've had a lot worse damage to this shed years and years ago. The back actually blew out of it, so this time it's sort of back to front. Though when it happened last time, this shed was quite full of grain, because that used to be our main grain store, and then we had a really windy night and the back blew out the shed. So you can imagine that everybody here wasn't very happy that morning. Luckily that was when I was still at school, so didn't feel the brunt of that one. But yeah, that's what's happened over the weekend. Like I say, could have been a lot worse, could have been a lot worse damage. We also got that roof sheet up there that's hanging off, so I need to get up there at some point and put that back on. So yeah, probably this afternoon we'll clear that up, because currently I can't get my tractor out. And it's actually quite interesting, because usually I would back my tractor in, but the other day we'd finished concrete and the tractor was out in the yard about 4:30, 4:45 before I was going to milk, and I was just feeling lazy and thought I cannot be bothered to back the tractor in because it was getting dark and whatever. So I just thought, right, I'll draw it in tonight. This is a really sad story, by the way. But yeah, that's come down, but the tractor was nowhere near, so it's kind of weird how I've drawn it in. And yeah, but anyway. And there we go, there's us done for another day. Well, almost just cracking on now with the night milking. So this afternoon I didn't actually film anything else, but all we kind of did was sort out the tin and wood off the floor for the shed over there, and that was really it. We didn't do a lot else. Bit of one of them where you're working, laying concrete and stuff, and then you kind of just take it a little bit easier in the afternoon. Well, that's what happens here anyway. So that does bring us to the end of today's video. A little bit shorter than usual, I would presume. I'd like to thank you all for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, drop a comment down below, head over to my Instagram, case.farms. You can find that here, and we'll see you all in the next one.